So Wednesday today, had 2 days off. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday running, off Tuesday, Wednesday. I had a call with my coach after my 30k on Monday, thinking he'd say, "Oh, Matt, you're a hero. Well done. I can't believe how good you are." He said, "Okay, let's get the plan together for the rest of the week." So 20k on Thursday. None of this. You're a hero. So 20k tomorrow, which is more or less my final day here in the desert. It's not a bad thing, is it? Finding out how my recovery is going. My legs are still sore, obviously. My blisters are still there, obviously. What have I learned? To look after your body a bit better. Not ignore the experts who say, wrap your toes properly, turn your socks inside out to prevent the seams on the socks giving you blisters. Wear correct underwear. My box shorts just chaffed me to whatever. But I have listened to a lot of it on the way, and I did have my plasters, my blister plasters. I did have my wrapping tape. I did have my chub rub stuff to put on. So the after effects are not bad, but it's about prevention, isn't it? I also didn't bring my charger for my watch. So state-of-the-art watch that apparently doesn't make you run faster, doesn't make you run better, doesn't help you with recovery. But hey, I can see how far I've gone. So what have I got next week? I've got two 25Ks next week. So 20K Thursday, 25K Sunday, and 25K Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember which day. And then in between then, I've got to work on the strength of my legs. So my legs just haven't got the energy to keep me running. So my cardiovascular seems to be fine. I seem to have dealt with the heat okay, although like 25 degrees isn't the 45 degrees that we're expecting. But again, having enough water with you seems to be, with the right salts going in, seems to be fine. I've spoken to a bunch of the other people as well, apart from my coach, because why don't I get lots of people's opinions and seeing what else they're doing. Another consensus was to take a couple of Anadin on the 25k mark, which a lot of the guys are doing to ward off any ongoing pain in your legs. I don't know how wise that is, but look, every little helps. I do not intend to do any running after the 13th of April ever again in my life. On the whole, I'd like to consider myself a positive person. It's very rare that I see the shit side of life. I generally see, what I can do, not what I can't do. Generally a glass half full guy, or refill the freaking glass. And although, you know what, I moan on these videos, I moan partly because it's funny. I enjoy the masochism of it, for better for worse. I enjoy the masochism of the pain. I enjoy the masochism of, on Sunday, particularly knowing I couldn't do it. Halfway through the day, absolutely on my back, thinking, what am I doing? But then the masochism it does to your brain, the stress, not the stress busting your brain, but just got to move forward, haven't you? People have said, are you proud of yourself for doing it? Absolutely not. The reason I'm not, and it's not to sound humble or anything like that, because I'm far from humble, is that's not my goal. My goal is to do the 270k across the 6 stages in April, and then perhaps I'll think, nice one. But until I get to there, I can't give myself any let off, because I will find a way to celebrate anything. But in my brain, once I celebrate, it's the end. Hey, let's move on to the next one. So my celebration is when I cross that line and get the medal around my neck. And then I feel I can celebrate. On that note, part of the reason for doing this event is I don't think I can do it. Now, that on one hand doesn't sound very positive. I know I could do a marathon, so why bother trying? I know I could do an Ironman, so why bother trying? It's pain for one day. The training building up to it, but the pain for one day. Well, in my brain, I know I can go through pain for one day. Can I go through pain for 6 days, or 6 stages over 7 days? I don't know. So that's the reason when I say, when I don't sound traditionally positive, it is going to be a test for me, a proper test for me. If I did an Ironman, I'd think, okay, great, done it. If I did a marathon, I think, well, with the greatest respect, I think 90% of the world's population could do a marathon. Not in any decent time, not in a 3-hour thing. And I proved the other day that I did one in what took me 7 hours. I mean, most of that was across the sand. However, it wasn't particularly fast, but I did it. So doing 270k, I don't know if I can do it. So that I guess is my challenge. That's the challenge on my brain. That's the challenge on my motivation. And I guess as long as I finish it smiling, that's probably my goal. Finish it and finish it smiling. That's my goal. And then at the end of it, I could say, I did it. And I know I won't stop talking about it for the next couple of weeks after. And I will be impossible to my wife and my kids. Did I tell you that I just ran 270k across the desert? But anyway, got to get there first. Better go to the gym, warm my legs up a little bit, and get ready for tomorrow.